You are about to have a huge spiritual clickbait. Do you hear it? Spiritual clickbait. It means that someone is about to wind you up so much. And the person that is about to wind you up, it's someone who is in your life, someone who is so close to you. And that in itself is going to be super evident when it comes to the 23rd and the 24th of July 2022. But what do you need to remember, and why do I call this the actual spiritual clickbait? What you need to remember is one particular thing. You need to rise above it. You need to rise above it whatsoever. You need to rise above it no matter what's going on and what's happening in your life, because that particular thing within the next 7 weeks is about to change your life. You're rising above that situation over the period of over the next 7 weeks. It's going to be absolutely evident how this situation, it's actually going to not open your eyes, but what is going to come out of it, and the way this is going to start changing your life. There is a really massive spiritual gift waiting for you there, which means that there is so much that you're going to be able to understand. After that moment in time, there is so much that you're going to be able to understand. In fact, the next 7 weeks are going to be pretty much so life-changing for you, my gorgeous Gemini, but it's absolutely entirely up to you which route and which way do you want to make it. Okay, you don't want to go down, you don't want to go low. After this moment in time, the only way, my gorgeous Gemini, is up. And this in itself means that I'm gonna stress this once again, that you are gonna be tested. You are gonna have a bit of a spiritual clickbait by someone who is so close to you, but you must not let this situation to take the better of you. So you need to rise above it no matter what. Who you're gonna be dealing with is just going through something rather murky, so there is absolutely no point to kind of waste your energy whatsoever. My name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Gemini, and it's for July 2022. So this monthly horoscope tarot card focus is for you, my gorgeous Gemini, and it's for July 2022. Now, when it comes to the actual numerology, your number is 2605. 2605 is your number, and that means that you are going to have such an important inspiration at around the 17th of July that it's going to be absolutely obvious when you become aware of the rather powerful and bright prospects slowly but surely sliding into your life. You will know what am I talking about, and you will know what am I referring to, because at the same time, not only you will know that this is the date to pay attention to, but at the same time you're going to feel a very strong connection to your childhood and to your past as well. So, you're going to start with your own awakening and reawakening, which means that naturally your spirit is going to be guiding you. Your soul is going to be guiding you to the certain specific point in your past. You need to take something out, from the past. You need to bring it into the present moment, because it's absolutely an important, a really kind of a powerful part of your spiritual journey. It's the part of who you are. It's the part of what your role is on this earth. And sometimes we just leave a little bit of like a certain things behind, until we kind of realize its importance, until we kind of realize how much we are missing this in your life. So you are going to realize kind of the missing part of you at the same time. So you will know, when this is actually going to take place, these bright prospects that you're going to become aware of at around the 17th. On the 17th of July, this is absolutely brilliant, and it's going to make you feel instantly happy. It's going to make you feel instantly optimistic. And you know what? There is also going to be like really powerful omen that you are going to have at the same time. And the powerful omen that you're going to have, it's really kind of highlighted not only on the 17th of July, but it's highlighted on the 15th of July, 16th of July, 17th of July, and 18th of July. These few days, you look for like an unusual spiritual animal again, which is about to enter your field, which is about to enter your spiritual journey, which is about to enter your dimension. So you will know, like, oh, some kind of animal. Yeah, I know it may sound a bit vague, but I'm telling you that it's like going to be the animal. It could be any type of animal, but you will know that this is your sign. Because this animal is also like kind of like to the power of this synchronicity. It's at the same time bringing you a very special and sacred message. And it could even happen like, you know what I mean? Like it means to you so much. You're able to recognize so much about this animal and this sign and this omen, for example, in such a powerful way. Like you could be looking at that situation with 10 of you. 10 people could be looking at something like on a horizon or something like, oh, beautiful sunshine or something. But then you're the only one who's going to notice this animal. You see what I mean? So it's going to be something very personal to you. This animal, it's either going to make a connection with you, or it's either like going to look at you in a strange way. It could be a dog, it could be a bird, it could be a cat, it could even be an insect. But you will know that this is bringing you a very, very special message. At around the same time, there are two things you need to pay attention to when you come across that omen and sign. What was on your mind almost immediately? You need to pay attention to what was on your mind, because you're blocking yourself with something, and this is giving you the opportunity to pay attention to it and unblock yourself, because you'll be absolutely fine. And on another hand, this omen is also bringing you the message, very powerful individual spiritual message, that you are really going to have an absolutely mind-blowing time after this moment in time. When it comes to this like a bright prospects, just remember that these bright prospects are just almost immediately going to bring a pleasure into your life. Just thinking about it, happiness into your life, just thinking about it. And this is what I'm talking about. You need to follow your own vibration. You need to follow those things that make you feel happy, okay? Because this is the way to be. This is the way to live this life. So this is exactly what you should be doing at this moment in time. That in itself is going to start the process of transition, the process of change, which is going to be quite highlighted, especially after that moment in time, from the 17th of July until the 31st of July. So it's all about this transition and the process of change that you're going to be going through. So you're going to find yourself in between the 17th of July and the 31st of July naturally being so bored with this, so bored with that. You're just going to be kind of like blaming yourself. Why didn't you do something about things that have been kind of getting on your nerves for so long? Especially when you recognize certain parts of your life that you're kind of living, but you're kind of like stuck in a limbo. You're doing things because you have to do them, but then again, you just at the same time you realize how precious this life is, how short this life is. So if you want to change something, why you're not doing it? So it's all about like a kind of entering the right type of dimension which our spirit can respond to from such a high, powerful and rather elevated level as well. So it's all about you kind of like in between the 17th of July and until the end of that month. It's like it's not only about you kind of realizing and kind of establishing things around you that you want to move on from. It's not only about that, but it's more about like kind of opening yourself up, and by the time you get kind of to the last day of July, you are just really going to become aware of a very powerful sacrifice that you're going to need to make in order to do this, in order to get where you need to get. This is all about the actual readjustment, which is going to lead towards the regeneration and rebirth. But it's to do with the sacrifice that you are going to be willingly become aware of, that you want to make, that you need to make. It's all about you being rather efficient, and it's all about you kind of like really understanding that a very interesting stage of your life, it's coming to an end. And I say this so many times, wherever there is an ending, my gorgeous Geminini, there is also the brand new beginning. On another hand, what you're also going to find really beneficial, I know this is going to sound a bit like, oh my god, dark lala, a bit darkish, but you know what I mean? There was something on your mind so much over the last 5 months. Something was worrying you like a lot, and it's not even to do like with the situation in your life. It's not to do with your life personally, okay? But you were looking at the situation on the outside, and maybe you were looking at a certain people on the outside, people who haven't got anything to do with you, but something was on your mind quite a lot. Something was worrying you so much, something that you understand that maybe certain people don't understand. Basically, the bottom line is that you were like kind of over the last 5 months, that was a lot on your mind, almost as if you were looking at the people and thinking, oh my god, it's like a distraction, like they're distracting themselves, blah blah blah. It's like a kind of like a certain people, a kind of distraction of others, like type of thing, like going on, almost like something like that, down, you know, along those lines, like distraction of others, like you were like kind of watching and paying attention to, but there's nothing that you could have done about it. There's absolutely nothing to do about it. There is so much that you realize through that progress and process about life, about the much bigger picture. There is so much that you found out about this life as well through this situation, what you became aware of over the last 5 months as well. So this is going to be highlighted quite a lot, and it is going to be highlighted especially when it comes to like you like really kind of wanting to really kind of change your life, and not kind of feeling strong enough to make the necessary move, you know, still kind of, oh my god, you know, no, I'm not too sure about this, I'm not sure about that. And then these people, that the distraction of others that you are going to become aware of, that you are aware of, this is going to be playing an absolutely superb role, you know, when it comes to you overcoming a really big obstacle. And the obstacle that you're going to overcome was purely created because of you just kind of like a maybe you allowed the certain energies from the outside, the negative energies, to kind of affect you. I wouldn't say take the better of you, but it did drain your energy quite a lot. It's nothing that you have done wrong, it's at all. It's more about getting to this point in your life and realize this and moving on from it, you know. It's not that you've done anything wrong, do you know what I mean? Please don't get me wrong, but it's more about you now using this situation in such a positive way when it comes to yourself, because you will realize that you need to put yourself as a number one, and I've been saying this for a while, and the importance of it. So it's all about you kind of like overcoming a really big obstacle with this. So this is going to be really beneficial for you, and that in itself, it's going to put you pretty much so on the second stage already, on an advanced stage when it comes to your own personal spiritual victory. And that in itself, it's going to open your eyes, and it's going to make you aware of a really important negotiation that you're going to need to make after that moment in time. Over the next 17 to 18 days, there is going to be like a really powerful negotiation that you are going to have. And this negotiation that you are going to have, you just need to remember that you have to stay and you have to be devoted to yourself. You need to be devoted to yourself when it comes to that negotiation, no matter what. Okay, so this is what you need to remember. The more you are devoted to yourself when it comes to that negotiation, the better outcome it's actually going to be. So this is something that you need to remember. And also, that negotiation, it's about to bring you balanced force into your life, which means that, you know, you're going to realize that, you know, now after this moment in time, you will know that tact is pretty much so very necessary in order to maintain pace in your life. And also, on another hand, you see, it's just like what I really like here is that spiritually you're going to grow quite a lot this month. And I really like this because, you know, this first situation here, like when I said that you know, destruction of others, like what you're gonna think in your mind, you know, this is like a pretty much a very powerful sign of your own spiritual growth, because you will realize that you're different, you will realize that you're really special, and you will also realize this is exactly where your power is, my gorgeous Geminini. You're very psychically open, you're very spiritually open. I said this millions of times. Use it to your advantage. When you know that something is wrong, you know it's wrong. If you know that something is right, you know it's right. You know, the same with the people. If you know something is not right with someone, then you are absolutely 110% normally right. So this is the power and the energy that I'm talking about when it comes to you. You know, you are an empath, so you find these earthly energies like very, very beneficial. So this doesn't surprise me whatsoever. So you've got like that situation that is going to work in your favor, and then another another situation again, like at around the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, and 25th of July. You are going to come across someone very, very narrow-minded, and it's not only narrow-minded, but quite malicious about it. But this particular person has been misled like there is no tomorrow, and I don't know how you're going to feel. Like, you're almost going to feel like you're going to feel kind of sorry for this person, because that person is malicious because of their own narrow-mindedness, but they have been misled and they have been terribly misguided, so this person is not even going to affect you whatsoever. I just think that this person is going to play an important role when it comes to you, like kind of like also again, like really just like having an idea through this, having the clear sense of direction. It's going to come to you after this moment in time when you come across this narrow-minded person, when you come across this malicious little bit person. I'm saying that this narrow-minded person and malicious person, it's no one who is close to you, no one who is important to you, no one who is in your life, but it's just someone who's going to be passing by, but it's someone who's also going to be playing like a rather interesting spiritual role when it comes to your life, because it's only going to confirm something very special to you, something very important to you. It's going to bring you so much clarity, but at the same time you're going to become aware of the variety of options that you're actually having, because each day and each time you're more going to come home to yourself, to your own spirit, to your own soul, and this is important because it's building up to something really special, something really big, my gorgeous Gemini. You will see exactly what I mean, one step at a time. So this narrow-minded and malicious person is actually going to play a wonderful role, especially when it comes to you having a desire and determination and a strong willpower, because you will know exactly what you want to remove yourself from, what you want to walk away from, but also you will know exactly an intelligent choice. An intelligent choice is going to become absolutely unearthed here, absolutely obvious when it comes to you. And this is to do with your own desire from before, but then again, this is to do with a massive resolution. This in itself, it's actually going to bring a really great accomplishment into your life, because at this moment in time you're about to start a very important project at around the last 7 days in July, and that important project is just going to go on for the next 9 months. Like, oh my God, the next 9 months are going to be very big, very important for you, and absolutely life-changing. But my gorgeous Gemini, it's entirely up to you, down to you, how far you will take this. Just remember, you always need to put yourself as number one. Give yourself a chance to heal, give yourself a chance to rest, give yourself a chance to relax in order to protect your own in order to protect your own balance, in order to protect your own passion, in order to protect your own creativity. This is really, really important. And also, my gorgeous Gemini, there is a very important news that you're going to have. Very important news. This is so good. This is going to be absolutely brilliant. And the news that you're going to have in July, it's all about the actual something that you have been kind of waiting for a while, especially when it comes to the last 6 to 7 months, like very, very intensely. You were waiting for this so much, but this news is more like you're just going to realize at that moment in time that you're going to end up with more like responsibilities. You're going to end up with so much more in your life, in terms of like kind of inspiration, in terms of optimism. This is all going to be absolutely brilliant, but it's all about you kind of like it's to do with like promotion of your own life. Whether you're working, whether you're not working, it doesn't really matter. It's about you going on the next stage, but then again also becoming aware of the actual clarity, and at the same time, there is something that is going to be exposed to you at around the 19th of July as well. Something is going to be exposed to you that was hidden for a long time. So that in itself is going to open your eyes, and it's going to make you fully aware of the fact that you are almost done. Now it's all about the final push that you need to make, my gorgeous Gemini. Indeed. When it comes to the actual health and when it comes to nutrition, you also you need to take care of your bones, and you need to take care of your immune system as well, and you need to take care of your energy as well. I know that you are going to have a sensitive bones, because you are not the only sign who is going to have a sensitive bones, but I also at the same time, I highly suggest you to take like a natural vitamin D3 supplement, at least 1000 IU. Very important to take. Even if you are every day in the sun, it doesn't really matter. I would still 1000% kind of suggest you, to take a natural vitamin D supplement. And I decided, of course, to make these supplements by myself. My supplements are exceptional quality supplements. They're super fully completely natural. They're without any kind of horrible ingredients. They're without any unnecessary fillers. And this is the reason why I decided to make my own supplements, because so many supplements out there are filled with chemicals, and people think that they're taking good things, great things. You go to the health shops, and I go to the health shop, which I don't even go there anymore, but it took me like about half an hour to find like one single supplement without chemicals, because I know how to look for this. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I was like, oh, absolutely no. People are taking natural supplements and they think that they're taking something good, but then again, it comes with like a hidden little ingredients. No, baby, no. So that's why I highly suggest you, wherever they are here, I highly suggest you my own supplements. There we go. This is Sasha Bonasin. There you go. My own natural vitamin D3. This is something that I highly recommend you to take. It's going to protect your bones, but it's also going to boost your immune system, but it's also going to re-energize you like brilliantly. Okay? And also inside your gums, inside your mouth, you're going to find it quite sensitive when it comes to the actual July and August also. And also when it comes to the actual dry skin and nails, your skin is going to feel really, really sensitive. So when it comes to like boosting your immune system, and also when it comes to your skin, hair and nails, but when it comes to ultimately kind of boosting your immune system, I highly suggest you combination of natural vitamin D3 and natural zinc picolinate, which is an absorbable version of the actual zinc, and it's also natural without any horrible ingredients or anything else. So these two supplements, natural vitamin D and zinc picolinate, you should be taking all the time, no matter what. You can be every day in the sun, as I said. No, baby, no anymore. So you still, it's not going, I'm saying no, baby, no anymore, because I'm saying that I still genuinely think that you should be taking natural vitamin D3, and the combination of these two, vitamin D and zinc, it's a must. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor. You just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Otherwise, you can just like kind of buy this. The link is in the description below. Okay, so by buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel. So thank you very much. So I think everybody should be taking natural zinc and natural vitamin D3, like everybody, literally. So now my gorgeous Gemini, the first important date, it's going to be on the 2nd of July. On the 2nd of July, you're going to feel like, oh God, a little bit of difficulty, and especially when it comes to the actual you worrying purely because you're feeling a little bit of concern, purely because there's certain difficulties when it comes to launching new projects and things like that. So that in itself, it's going to create a little obstacle in your life, an obstacle that is going to actually be created at the same time. Not that long after that moment in time, there is going to be like a quite interesting advice that you are going to get, and that after that advice that you're going to get on the 2nd of July, there is going to be like a pretty much so absolutely sudden change. Something is going to happen, and it's really going to blow your mind. It's really going to surprise you. It's really going to make you aware of things that you haven't been aware of before, but it's just like a little bit, it's going to kind of throw you out of the balance, because it's going to make you worry. But then again, it's going to throw you out of balance. It's going to make you worry. It's like a completely unexpected situation, but subconsciously you're gonna like something about it. Subconsciously you're gonna find something rather vavavumish. Subconsciously you're gonna find something rather delicious, when it comes to this, which means that it's like a kind of like an unexpected situation which is gonna blow you away, which is gonna surprise you like there is no tomorrow. But your subconscious mind is like kind of, oh, I like it, baby, because you will know that after this moment you have got no other choice but to move on, no other choice but to change. change, but it's also to do with a part of your life that you didn't know how to change. You didn't know how to act or how to react in order to make that change. When we get stuck in a route, but we also get worried about so much around us that was happening. Oh no, if I do this, if I do that, blah, blah, blah. You see what I mean? So this in itself, it's really going to motivate you quite nicely. And so as I say, you're going to find something so rewarding about this. You know, something so rewarding. And this is what it is. It's going to help you to actually get a different perspective. And that in itself, it's going to kind of make you aware that now it's time to just like a pause a little bit, you know, just to wait a little bit. And that in itself, it's really going to point you towards another like a kind of voluntary sacrifice, you know. And this is all about you letting go, but also accepting, you know, new project, new venture, you know. And also like a kind of like there is going to be quite interesting message that you're going to get at around this time as well about your finances, and that is going to feel really good. That is going to be good and a fantastic message. But then again, at the same time, when you get this message, what is important to not to overanalyze a certain situation, because at the same time you're going to become aware of the certain situation as well, but you must not overanalyze this whatsoever, because this situation, it's all about you kind of like, the more you kind of overanalyze, the more you're going to kind of be unable or unwilling to kind of make an important decision. And this is all with moving on and all about you trusting yourself and realizing, you know, if you carry on being where you are, you're just going to kind of get stuck in the route a little bit. You're just going to get stuck in the part of your life that is just kind of being prolonged for too long now. So now this is your opportunity to really move on. You know, now this is your opportunity from the caterpillar to become a gorgeous butterfly, my gorgeous Gemini indeed. The second important date, and before I go there, I would highly recommend you to get this gorgeous bracelet jasper. It's a must. It's a superb crystal, especially when it comes to like the bringing like peace and calm at a time of transformation, mental clarity and focus. So this is a lot to do with your own transformation, a lot to do with you feeling strong, a lot to do with you feeling brave. But sometimes even when we are feeling strong and brave, you know, we are still kind of worried, or what if, especially when we are facing new stages, especially when we are facing new path, especially when we are facing changes. You know, naturally we kind of we use our reflection around us. You know, we reflect on so many things naturally, but then again we need to pay attention you know, to our own balance, you know, not to kind of like go too far, or not to kind of overanalyze. So this is absolutely brilliant bracelet jasper, because it helps you with that balance. And when we are kind of like becoming aware of lots of clarity in our lives, we can be uncertain like which thing, you know, at this time of change, you know, oh my god, what should I do first, what should I do next? I feel strong about this, I feel strong about that. And then this is what it helps you, this gorgeous bracelet jasper indeed. So this comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, my gorgeous Gemini, you're also supporting my channel as well, so thank you very much for that. The second important date, it's going to be on the 14th of July. So on the 14th of July, you're going to become aware of this opportunity, but these are only like the beginning stages of a very interesting and important opportunity that you're going to become aware of. This is to do with your own advancement. It's to do with your own attraction. You know, this is going to be very attractive to you. It's going to be impossible to ignore. But there is something rather challenging that you're going to find about this. But then again, at the same time, it's all about you kind of like being aware of the fact that now you do really need to kind of understand that the patience is just so important. Things like this cannot be rushed whatsoever. This, on the 14th of July, you know, it's all about new opportunity and potential to prosper. And this is exactly what it's going to do to you. It's going to re-energize you. It's going to bring this optimistic energy into your life. But also, most importantly, you're going to find yourself thinking like, what steps do you need to make? You know, what steps do you need to take? And that in itself, it's going to like kind of like a really kind of like a highlight, a rather difficult choice. And the difficult choice that it's actually going to be highlighted is just all about the actual, you know, that you will know that there is a certain part of your life that you are going to need to explore, but for some reason you're going to find this quite difficult, but then you need to open up as much as you can. Pay attention to fresh inspiration and enthusiasm that you're going to feel, that you're going to have, because that in itself grows your gorgeous wings, and it just elevates you at that moment in time. So when you become aware of this difficult choice, this is purely down to you still being a little bit worried, because you're going to need to explore. What you should be doing is exactly right that. You should be exploring as much as you possibly can, my gorgeous Gemini, indeed. So it's all about starting up an important project. It's all about a new direction, but it's also a lot about the breaking news that you are going to have at the same time. And this breaking news that you're going to have at the same time, it's going to bring even more clarity into your life, but also the fact that your friends and people, your family, are going to be supporting you so much. That in itself, it's really going to be that final push that you needed, in order to start this transformation of your goals into reality. So it's all about a skillful action, becoming aware of it, but also at the time when you're going to feel so confident about your own power. Remember this, my gorgeous Gemini, you've got all the resources you need. Especially in between the 14th of July and the 31st of July, you've got all the resources you need. Okay, just remember this. And also, on another hand, my gorgeous Gemini, when it comes to the actual 14th of July, just also please do remember, it's not only about the 14th of July, but it's especially in between the 14th of July and the 27th of July, this stage and period, you really should kind of think about the balance, when it comes to your life. Just do something to take care of yourself, like maybe go to visit the forest, maybe meditate a little bit, do something that makes you feel good. Please, the balance is so important. You are going to feel like you can do so much. You are going to feel on top of the world. You are going to feel so much energy. There is so much of the actual balance that it's going to be brought back into your life. But that doesn't mean that you should be like, oh my God, just going for so long. And that doesn't mean that you should just really go as much as you go as far as you can. But at the same time, you just need to remember to keep on taking breaks, little breaks, when it comes to grounding yourself and protecting yourself, protecting your energy, protecting your power, protecting your passion. This is very important indeed. What else I was going to recommend you, my gorgeous Gemini, would be this absolutely beautiful emerald. It's like, oh my God, because this is also going to help you so much to express yourself, so much to explain yourself to people who are kind of very difficult, or to people who are so different to you, to people who makes you feel so nervous, to people who make you feel so uncomfortable. They do have a really bizarre and strange impact on us, because sometimes it depends the way they are, who are we dealing with, and things like that. They can steal a little bit of our power, not even intentionally, but it's just this what their energy does. It's just it has kind of this blockage effect on us. But when we are dealing with important things and we've got one opportunity, you know what I mean? It's like, no baby, no. So this is like an emerald is a must, my gorgeous Gemini, also to wear every single time when you want to open up a little bit, every single time when you're doing something important, but also especially when it comes to prosperity, when it comes to your spiritual growth and financial growth as well, while you're making the really important decisions. This gorgeous emerald comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. So thank you very much for that, my gorgeous Gemini. The third date is going to be the 31st of July. So it's just like, wow, it's like all about the actual, you feeling very kind of creative. You're going to feel very artistic. Listen to me very carefully, my gorgeous Gemini. This is so important. On the 31st of July, it could even be the 30th, the 29th, 30th, and the 31st of July. These 3 days, you are going to feel very powerful and creative and artistic flow. Just pay attention. You're going to feel very powerful, creative, and artistic flow at the time. So you're going to be expressing yourself. You will be doing things. You're going to be very energized. You're going to feel a greater energy. But my point is, at that moment in time, something is going to happen. There is a very interesting psychic message that you are going to have, very interesting intuitive message that you are going to have. And that in itself is going to make you aware of, to stay true to yourself, to stick to the certain plan, but come up with a new plan. Stick to the certain plan, but come up with a new plan, okay? So it's all about the hope and confidence that you will know, that you will feel, that you will understand, and also normally these uncertain efforts that you're going to become aware of at the same time will put you off like there is no tomorrow, but now you will just understand what you didn't understand before. So that in itself, it's also going to require like a certain cooperation. You're going to become aware of how important is the certain cooperation, and this in itself is going to be so brilliant because some kind of hidden emotion is going to come out to the surface, and it's all about your own practicality and the fact that you need to be analytical. You will know what you need to be analytical about in order to deal with the part of your life that made you too frequently restrained, my gorgeous Gemini, indeed. So it's all about you kind of becoming aware of the fact, you know, that you need to be patient, but also at the same time it's to do with the management of your life. It's to do with an adjustment that you're going to need to make, and you know, let alone the fact that there is someone who is going to be so influential around you as well within the last few days of the actual July. That person is also going to have such a wonderful impact on you. Someone is going to be inspiring you, someone really successful, and someone who is indeed in your life. There is going to be an important family problem that you're going to have to deal with, an important family matter that you're going to have to deal with this month, my gorgeous Gemini. And that's important for you to do because you're going to find this really rewarding later on. So you need to be part of this whatsoever, no matter what's going on, no matter what's happening. But at the same time, you need to remember to not to make an impulsive mistake here, please. Okay, so now my gorgeous Gemini, I'm just going to see what is going to happen briefly in the first part of July, mid-July, and the last part of July. The first part of July, you know, it's all about your passion, it's all about your confidence, it's all about your charisma, and it's all about the fact that you are going to become aware after a long time that there are certain events that are going to require immediate action. But you also need to remember to trust your instinct in order to stay focused, you know, because this is to do with a part of your life that you feel very passionate about. The mid-July, my gorgeous Gemini, you know, you are going to have a really beautiful and emotional experience, and that beautiful and emotional experience is going to be the part of the beginning stages of your awakening of your abilities, you know, psychic abilities and spiritual insights, because this is going to be from a completely different like a level, you know, because you will know that something new is coming into your life, something new, something big, something huge, something very important indeed. The last part of July, just remember, a lot is going to be happening. There are some kind of negative thoughts that are going to be on your mind, not because what's happening in your life, but what's happening around you. I can see that something is going to affect you quite a lot, so you have to kind of like pay attention to that balance, you know. You have to you must not let negative thoughts to manifest into real challenges, please. Okay, so now my gorgeous Gemini, I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you who are in relationship. You see, you are, you know, it's going to be a very interesting situation that you're going to have for those of you in relationship. There is some kind of emotional confusion that you're going to have, and some kind of conflicting influence. So you need to work on a little problem. You know, you are kind of karmically, you had a little bit of an argument not that long ago, and something was like kind of left unresolved. And you need to resolve this problem, because if you don't resolve this problem, it's going to become like a big issue later on. So you need to see what this is, and it's going to keep on coming back, and you're going to be kind of bickering about, you may be like a kind of fighting about a little bit, arguing about a little bit. You're going to be arguing until you kind of resolve this, and until you come up with a solution, because it's important for you to understand this is not going to go away. It's to do with karma. It's to do with your spirits. It's to do with your spiritual journey. So that is going to require your attention until you come up with the solution. So my gorgeous Gemini, you need to kind of like deal with it if you possibly can. It is very important, because if you don't, it's only going to become more messy, and it's going to become more heavier, you know, later on. Okay, so for those of you who are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Gemini, for those of you who are single and ready to mingle, there is like, you know, what is actually going to happen when it comes to the last 17 days, the last 70, sorry, because I'm counting from the back. So when it comes to the actual last 17 days of July, so I can say like from mid-July, I suppose from mid-July onwards, really, from the mid-July towards the end of the July, there is someone very interesting who is about to walk into your life. You're not going to become aware of that person at this moment in time. That person is only going to start walking into your life. It's going to start joining your actual energy, your dimension. But when you're going to become because there are very much so certain similarities in between you two are already happening. There is some kind of certain stages that you and that person who is about to walk into your life, there are certain stages that you're already sharing. There is something that you're doing on exactly the same level as what that person is doing right now. And what is actually going to happen is that that person is going to start a really kind of like walking into your life from the mid-July towards the end of July. But when you're going to become aware of that person, it's going to be at around the mid-August 2022. This is when you will know who this person is. This is when this person is about to make themselves known. But at the moment, how you will know who this person is, it's going to actually happen at a time when you are really going to do something very interesting when it comes to your social life. You're going to do like a kind of come up with a really interesting decision, and it's to do with your social life. Maybe it's to do with like where you're gonna go and work out. Maybe it's to do like where you're gonna go and clubbing. I don't know, out. You know what I mean? Maybe it's to do like somewhere where you go like to meditate. You know, it is just like gonna be. It's connected to the stage of your life that is just beginning, that is just about to start. My gorgeous Gemini. I hope this is not too confusing, but as I said, it's not gonna be that long until that very, very special person comes into your life. Okay, my gorgeous Gemini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous Gemini. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.